As a kid, one thing that was never taught to me was the power of investing. And I'm not really sure why that was. I guess learning about cell biology and calculus was more important at the time for some reason. Still haven't used either in the real world, by the way. But hey, at least I know something about the endoplasmic reticulum and the mitochondria. I did learn some things about investing from experiences my parents were having with their rental properties, but the first person who really tried to teach me about investing was my boss from my first job. He would always talk investing with me, whether it be something from the news or just lessons he made up for me. He was always talking about investing. One of the most important things he ever did for me was give me a book called Why A Students Work for C Students by Robert Kiyosaki, which, if you haven't read it yet, I highly recommend it. But the book really cemented into my mind why I wanted to become an investor, especially the second time I read it. After graduating from high school and moving on from that job, it still took me a couple of years until I started investing. I remember at the time I just still thought it was risky, so I was just content with saving my money. But now that I'm an investor, one thing I can't stop thinking about is where I'd be if I learned about investing sooner. I think it's a thought that a lot of investors have, and a thought that a lot of older people have once they're getting closer to retirement. And since Investing Tree is in the business of helping people live their best lives by becoming financially free, I'm going to go over an example showing the power of investing early. My hope is that this will help people realize the positive impact investing will have on their lives and show them why they should start investing today. And with that said, let's hop into an example. So I got a couple side chicks, and you might remember them from one of my old videos a few weeks back, Why Savers Are Losers. One is named Maria and the other Jasmine. Both girls have $10,000 saved and can invest $1,000 per month. For the sake of the problem, we are going to say that their investments return about 8% annually, on average. Now, the only difference between their situation is Jasmine learned about investing at a younger age and started investing when she was 20. Maria, on the other hand, didn't start investing until she was 30. So let's see how much each girl will have saved up by the time they are 60. Let's look at Maria's situation first. So she's going to have 30 years to invest, and we'll plug the numbers in here and do some handy dandy calcs and find that she'll have $1,459,000 by the time she is 60. Which, don't get me wrong, that is not too shabby. But let's look at Jasmine's situation. So she's going to have 40 years to invest, and we'll plug the numbers in, do the same handy dandy calcs, and by the time Jasmine is 60, she'll have $3,108,000, which is substantially more than Maria, nearly $2 million to be exact. And that's just by starting to invest 10 years before Maria. Pretty nuts. And this just highlights the power of investing early. So if you haven't started investing yet, start after this video. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, how does this work? I mean, Jasmine only invested for 10 more years than Maria. How does she have triple the dollar bills? And the simple answer is, it's magic. Well, almost. It's actually compound interest, which is just like magic. Compound interest is the interest paid on the original principal and the accumulated past interest. And you can basically look at it like this. So if I buy a stock and that stock pays me a dividend, and I take that dividend and buy more stock, it in turn pays me a larger dividend because I own a larger position in that company. And if I do that over and over and over again, that's basically what compound interest is. You can imagine that payment that the company is paying me gets larger and larger over time as I buy more and more stock with the money they pay me. And it's important to start that process as soon as possible because the compounding effect will have more time to take place. And compound interest is wonderful because it gives everybody a direct and easy path to becoming a millionaire. It doesn't matter who you are, how much money you make, you just need to have a little patience, and eventually your money will grow at an accelerated rate, and you'll have a pretty nice retirement. And one last thing before I'm done here. It doesn't matter whether it's a financial investment or an investment in yourself. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, just start it today. Right now is the best time. Just imagine where you'll be in a year if you just start today. The power of investing early is incredible, and it's a really neat thing. And with that said, if you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like and subscribing. We're working on that goal. We want to put the Investing Tree logo on a NASCAR one day, so all your interaction helps out a ton. And it really warms my heart. So if you want to make your buddy, the real Jake Papa, have a warm heart, just do those things for me. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, fam.